And this is my friend Teddy Smith. So we actually met like 2 years ago because me and my aunts were at a comedy show and we were like crying of laughter. I don't know if you remember this, but like we had like tears running down our cheeks. Like it was so hilarious.
Was it me?
Yeah, it was you,
okay.
And like there was some other guy and there was some other people, but it was hysterical. So we pretty much like became friends ever since because laughter is just good for the soul. So tell us.
Hello world.
He started to tell us like his story of how you got started. So you were in DC actually.
I was in Washington DC. I started doing comedy in Washington DC. And we used to do like this thing, it was like an open mic, but it wasn't really open mic because they had professionals and amateurs. And you had to sign a list, draw a number, and they call out the number. The first time though, I drew like 28. And I was like, I ain't doing this shit. And I went home, and then I came back and I got number 5, and then I got on stage and did my thing. Yeah, I just kept going.
Nice.
And actually, I didn't have a car. My friend had to drive me to the show.
Oh my gosh.
And then he only drove me once, and he said I can't do it no more because I'm working night shift. So I was like, oh.
Oh no.
So I had no way. No, I wasn't gonna take no bus. I'm like, nah, I ain't riding no bus. So I said, nah, I guess maybe this is not for me. And then like a month later, I got a car.
Congrats.
You know, that's how you know stuff is for you.
You had a 9-to-5 job, right? And
Yeah.
you decided it was like not for you, or like you kind of.
Well, I never felt it was for me. I just had to get it like everybody else. Like, you got to pay your bills, you got to
Right.
work. So, yeah, I worked at the bank. I worked in the computer room and had the tie and the shirt and everything. And I didn't like it. Yeah, I was in there just cracking jokes and impersonating people that worked there and people laughing. I didn't like it, but you know, you got to pay your bills. So I did it for like 2 years. Yeah.
And then you realized you needed to change, so you became a comic.
I always knew I just didn't belong there. I just knew it. Sometimes you just feel like this is not for me.
Right.
And yeah, I just want to be my own boss. I want to do my own thing. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So do you pretty much like make your own schedule, like the shows that you do, because you do like all these shows across New York City, like do you kind of choose where you want to go or what time?
Well, you put your veils in and they give you your spots. Like you put your veils in and they'll text you or email you. You got your spot on Monday and Tuesday, or Friday and Saturday at this time, certain times. So that's how you go about, your availabilities. Sometimes you don't get shit.
That sucks.
It's a roller coaster ride.
It's going under.
It's a roller coaster ride. You know, one week you have like 20 spots, and then the next week you have like 2.
Dang.
2 is like having nothing, pretty much. It's an up and down thing, but you gotta be, you gotta keep your faith. You gotta, stay strong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It can break you.
Yeah.
It can break
I
you.
mean, the thing is, like, life can break you. Whatever job you're in is like. I
If
feel
you
like your
let
life
it, yeah,
is
you
always
let
going
it.
to be sacrifices and whatever you do.
Well, you don't get anything unless you sacrifice. You gotta sacrifice something, and especially if you want to be rich. You can't play it safe. There's no wealthy, no rich person that
Play
plays
it
it
safe.
safe.
Yeah, that was the whole theme of tonight's show. Was called
It's called taking chances. That's what you do. You take chances. Like, I never produced a show before. I was always kind of afraid. I don't want to say afraid, but I just didn't think I could do it. So I'm like, nah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take a chance.
But you can do it.
And you find out you can do
Yes.
anything. You find out you can do anything if you just take the chance. That's the name of the show. The show is called Taking Chances. And I tell the comics, get on stage and take chances. Don't be safe. Let it loose. Be who you are.
Yes, everyone, be who you are. Be authentic. Take chances.
Don't think inside the box. Don't think outside the box. Fuck the box. There is no box.
I'm working a parking lot. Leo pulls in.
No.
Leonardo DiCaprio himself.
Yeah, he pulls in and he has his agent with him. And at the club, his agent, they get out of the car, and then they go and they stand next to the wall at the club. But the club has a patio where people walk around and they walk past and they talk because they have a bar on the patio. So like everybody's walking around, and Leo grew out his beard.
Right.
And he had a Kango on, so he had it down like this, and he was standing like this, talking to his agent. So
Trying
all the
to
people,
be all, like,
but all
undercover.
the people, right? So all the people were walking by him. They would just look him dead at him and just keep walking by. They had no idea it was him, and he's just standing there, and people just going by. But like 10 feet away from him where I was parking cars at, there's this group of young kids.
So you were like the valet guy?
Yeah, I was like the valet guy at the club. So then, 10 feet away from him, there's like these 10 group of young kids, like 20, 23, 20, I mean 21, 23, and like in between the highest were probably about 27. And they all just sitting there just talking to each other. And they're like 5 feet away from Leonardo.
Leo, yeah.
And then so, I'm like, they ain't say nothing.
They don't even know it was him.
So right. So
if I saw Leo DiCaprio today, I would be like, dude, I would literally die.
Yeah. So then Leo goes and he goes into the building, and I wait for him to go in, and because I knew the kids, I knew several of them. I walk over to him. I said, man. I said, y'all was sitting right there. I said, y'all didn't even know that was Leo standing there. He was like, yes, we did. That's why we was standing there. like, they was just over there, like, just in a humble. I was wondering, they was just, like, in a corner, like, that's Leo. And they were like, I got that close to him. This is amazing.
Oh, my gosh.
It was the funniest thing. But, like, all these people kept passing up Leo. Didn't even recognize it was him. But he was real incognito. So
yeah, that's true. That's
he's a real cool dude, too.
So
Very
Joseph
cool.
Gordon-Levitt, I watched a video of him, and he says in New York, when he comes to New York, he like tries to act all. He's like, I just put on a hat, and like no one knows that it's him, because like New Yorkers don't really like look at each other like that.
Yeah, and then he had it down. And in Hollywood, they don't either. Like, also at the club, I worked the door. So next to the club, there's this expensive place called the Katana Restaurant. It's a sushi place. So Robert De Niro likes to go there. So like he walks up Sunset Boulevard, and people don't even know.
Robert De Niro walks down freaking Sunset Boulevard. No one knows.
Yeah, so I'm at the door. He walks by, and I go, Robert De Niro, and he goes, and I go, oh, okay. And I was like,
no one needs to know that.
Nobody even know. Like, cause he's walking with his lady, and he just have his head down, and she's talking to him. So unless you just look directly at him,
right?
They didn't have no clue. And then he came right back by again. Nobody knew. I'm like,
that's
I'm
crazy. You're the only one who notices.
So insane. But it's like, but that's what's the cool part about being in Hollywood, working at certain spots where you and it's called the Strip. So the Strip is where a lot of famous people will go to eat at different places, because they got the Chateau Milan out there, like I said, a place called the Katana, a place called the Standard. So it's just insane.
Nice.
Anyway, Leo,
LA
you
life.
a good dude. Leo, you a good dude. Good tips on the parking lot, like you do. Good dude.
Awesome. So you used to work in a comedy club where freaking Dave Chappelle would come in.
Right, because it's the Comedy Store in Hollywood. They got it. It's a great club to go to see some of the most, see every famous comedian, and a lot of famous people go there to watch the shows. It's a great
Red Hot
club.
Chili Peppers. Who else did you say?
Right, so when Dave was having the show there, Red Hot Chili Peppers was there. Leonardo DiCaprio was there once again. Bruce Willis came. System of a Down was there.
Wow.
John Singleton, Gabrielle Union. It just was just all of these. Jay-Z and Beyonce, they reserved the booth, but they didn't show back. They didn't show up. They were supposed to come. So, but anyway.
Wow.
So we had all these booths reserved, and these tables reserved for all these different stars. So they just started coming in. So here's what's crazy. They put me on the front door. And then my manager, when he gave me the clipboard, he showed me the list. He said, these are all the people coming. I said, oh, I said, these are all stars.
Like Jay-Z and Beyonce.
I said, how am I? I said, you ain't gonna have nobody else with me? He said, you're gonna be fine. I go, no, man, you gotta have somebody here. So he's like, don't worry about it. So he was
like,
right.
I'm worrying about it.
It's sold out, and it was already sold out. So there's like tons of people trying to like pay to get in. And they're like, man, we'll give you this much money if you just let. And I'm like, no, we sold out. I can't let nobody in. The fire marshal was in there. It was insane. So like, and the fire marshal was in there to see the show. They went in there though.
Right.
Yeah, it was like, y'all want to see all
duty.
these stars. Y'all just want to see Dave Chappelle. So it was just insane. This was when he first came back. Like 10 minutes later, this big guy, like 6'11", he comes to me. He taps me on the shoulder. He said, hey, clear this door. 2 minutes, Bruce Willis. I'm like, what? I'm like, Bruce Willis. I go,
Bruce Willis?
I go, oh, this is insane. I said, all right. I said, let me calm down. I go, all right, this is cool.
Keep calm. Bruce Willis is coming.
So then I open the doors, because there's a lot of people outside. It's like at least 150, maybe more, because there was a lot of people that just couldn't get in when they found out it probably was, because some of them left. But still, people were just hoping for some reason, going, well, if anybody leave, can I get their seat? So there's people there. So all of a sudden, these SUVs come up, boom, 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 and they line up, like 3 of them. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. Then these guys, huge, another dude, like like 8 guys, 6'11". Like every dude was super tall. So like, and they all line up in the formation on 2 sides, and then the door to the one SUV pops open, and Bruce Willis jumps out, and he ducks down, and he runs between the bodyguards, so nobody see him, runs in, and he runs up to me, and he's like, "Where you want me to see?" And I was like, "Hey, follow me, man." So I take him, I sit him down, right? After the show, a lot of people on the outside kind of left. So there still was like 50 people waiting outside, and there was this group of young kids at the front door just hoping to see stars. Like, so we opened the door, and everybody started coming up. Gabrielle Union, System of a Down. So they were going crazy. Like, they was going crazy. Like, this is the best day of my life. So then Bruce Willis runs up to me, and nobody's really paying attention. And he's like, "Hey, he said he asked me for something," and I said, "Bruce, where's your bodyguard?" I said, "You can't be here." I said, "This is insane. You gotta get away from here before these people rush in." I said, "Hey," and then he's like, "Okay." He's like, "All right, I'll be back." And then he goes in. 2 minutes later, his bodyguards come out, run up to me. They go, "Hey, you seen Bruce?" And I'm like,
his bodyguards were like, "Where's Bruce?"
Yeah. I'm like,
"We're trying to protect him."
I'm like, you were supposed to be. I said, he just went in, and they were like, "Man, you don't understand. Trust me. He do this on purpose. He do this all the time."
That's
and I go,
so funny.
And I go, "What?" So I was like, I started laughing, like, "Oh no, he just went in there." 2 minutes later, Bruce comes out. I'm like, "Bruce, your bodyguard's looking for you." I said, "Man, what are you doing?" Then he goes, "Yeah, I know." And he starts laughing. And before I know it, like, all the people outside notice, and one of them go, "Bruce Willis," and all these people start running in.
Oh no!
And I go, "Oh my God!" So I grab him and I just throw him behind me. I'm this little dude trying to protect Bruce Willis. I'm like, "Hey man, it's just," I'm like, "Hey, just calm down." And they was screaming and, "Oh, please, please!" And then this one guy, he was like crying. He was like, "Man, please, I swear to God, I'm your biggest fan, and just let me touch you." And I was like, "What?" And so I'm like, "Man, don't touch him." I said, "Listen," I said, "Hey." And then I said, and they was like, they was like in tears, you know what I mean? So it was like I didn't know, I've never been around nothing like that. So I turned to Bruce and I go, "Bruce," I go, "Man, look," I said, "What do you want to do? Look how these people act." And then he was like, "You know what? Let him in." I go, "What?" He said, "Let him in." And I go, "All right, I'll move out the way." And they all just start hugging him like, "Yeah, thanks." And he started taking pictures, signing autographs.
Like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, that's what happened. Then they came running down the stairs like, "Bruce, what, man, why you do this?" And then the bodyguard separated the people from him. And then the SUVs pulled up, and then they got him in the SUV and they pulled off. But it was great to see that he took the time out to take pictures and sign autographs.
That's so
Bruce Willis,
nice.
another good dude, eh?